Oh, let me make sure everything's good. I'm checking. I'm checking. Yeah. All right. All right. We got everything going.
Yes.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Woo. Now I know somebody felt that yesterday because I felt it.
Mm.
So yesterday, um, after we've done the reset, right? So we reset from the new moon and realigned the Shabbat in the first year. Okay, this is year one. So we are in now the second week, right? We're in the second week, the first year, closing out the first year. So it's 8 years, okay? 1 week
Mm.
is 7 years, right? So we've finished the first week,
Yes.
right? Which is the last 7 year period. And now we are in the end of the first year
Mm.
in the second week. So
Mhm.
we just realigned that. So we are in the last 7 days.
Wow.
Okay. So this coming Friday will be the 28th day of
Mhm.
Elul.
Mm.
Now, some people have may have an issue with what I'm saying.
Mhm.
They say, Ak, why would you tell us it was one date
Mhm.
a week ago,
Mhm.
and then now you changing the day?
Mhm.
And the secret is because it's a watch, meaning I have to show you, right? Deliberately show you
Mhm.
how to adjust for the time.
Right.
So if you are in a land far off, like I was last year,
Yes.
right? Last year I was in America. So if you are in a land far off, you don't know that you can't adjust the time and account for the days outside of the land, right?
Mm.
Okay?
Mm.
It's delayed, first of all, X amount of hours, so you off X amount of days, right?
Right.
So if you're off 8 hours when you over there, 7, 8, 9 hours, depending on where you live in,
Yeah.
and then you fly back, you know you fly back on a whole different day, you lost a
Yes.
whole day.
Yes, that's true.
So you
Yes.
can't think that this is the right date and time. So
Right.
you're going to lose a day flying out and flying back. You're going to lose
Mm.
time, right?
Right.
Then you are unable to set the time immediately upon learning it,
Mm.
right? So
Yes.
if I learn the time, right, I learned one part of the time in September 2015. There's one
Mm.
part, the first part. I
Mhm.
learned the second part of the dividing of the time
Mhm.
in September again of 2016. And a third part in 2017.
Yes.
So this 3 years
Yeah, that you lived out the time.
of of pinning the time down. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I had to do was get rid of the Baals.
Mm.
Right? So I got rid of all the days of the week and all of the months,
Mm.
keeping only the months that had numbers set to them. And I left them where they were.
Mm-hmm.
So September
Mm-hmm.
was the first month I could start with, sept, from the Greek seven.
Mm.
So seventh month, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you go in 3 years and you start in the seventh month trying to recalculate time forwards and backwards, you're going to be off by a few days.
Mm-hmm.
And when can you reset it? You have to be in the land in the first year.
Right.
Because you can set it from the end of the first year or from the beginning.
Yeah, because when you consider when everything was established, time, everything, it was done on this side. It wasn't done on that side.
Right.
So it's only sensible, reasonable, that in order to do a reset, you have to be here and you have to completely let go. And that what we have learned by our captives, everything, days of the week, time of the year, all of that, you have to truly come to a place to let that completely go once you come over here, because here is totally different. Time, days, customs, laws, everything is different on this side compared on that side.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
So, what significant thing happened in 2015 aside from that? So, in 2015, you can look it up. The Ark of Return was built, and they built a monument at the UN in Manhattan. And on May 22nd of 2016, so you're looking at the court case was won in the UN, and the US was found guilty of crimes against humanity for the transatlantic slave trade and its Holocaust. And they said, we won't pay. On May 22nd of 2016, so we're moving from a September to a September. I'm not, so you'll see 2015, but that's because the first started here. The court case was won January, February around this time, and we proceed on to into the next time frame, right? 2016 to May of 2016. And on May 2016, there was a World Forum in Manhattan, and I was present, and I was downstairs with the rest of the representatives of the nations, and we represented you.
Yeah, there's video footage of that.
Video footage of it. Now, I didn't have this flag at that time. Why not? I didn't have the instructions to make it. And it was a beautiful thing because you have to remain hidden for a time. You need time to learn, to grow. You need time to master the law. It takes 7 years. Okay? 4 years of schooling and 3 years of testing. That's the basic. Right? So you're going to be tested now in year one. You'll be tested again throughout the 7 years on various topics as they come up. The beautiful part is here in year one, you have begun schooling. So here we are in the first year. On the count of 7, it's year one, but it's the 8th year.
Yeah.
Okay? Coming up in a week, will begin year 9. Right? However, our new year as a people, it will always be in September to mark our time by it. So the earth goes first.
Right.
It starts year 9. Right here in the week, it starts. And I wanted you all to see this because should there ever be a mistake or an error in the time, you will forever know from today forward how to fix it from today. Today's date is February 25th, 2023. February 25th, 2023. And it is on our time, the 22nd of
On the 21st, isn't it? No,
22nd.
22nd.
Today is the 22nd of Elul. And the next month is Tishri. I'm using this to set time. In 8 days. This coming Saturday, right? So today is Saturday. And this coming Saturday, next Saturday will be Tishri the 1st. It will be the Feast of Trumpets. Okay? So I'm showing you how to set time. There's 28 days in the month, not counting new moon days. Next month, the moon will disappear for 3 days, right? For our date, it'll be the 18th, 19th for our date. Okay? It'll disappear around that time. So you can begin to keep the watch. We let the days go for 28 days when the moon does not give its light, right? Then we know that the next day is a new moon day. We didn't see the moon last night, and then we came back and it was a full moon. No, you wasn't up all night keeping a watch. But I'll tell you that around the time. I know you don't understand keeping a watch. There is a system.
Right.
So I'm marking time and showing you how to reset the time.
Right.
Why? Because from this point, okay, when we come around toward September, toward Nisan, it will be the beginning of the second year. Okay? What does that mean? What are we going to see? I'll tell you what it means. I'll tell you what you're going to see. You're going to see death and destruction. That's what you're going to see. Right? All of this prelude, this isn't going to calm down. It isn't going to slow down. It isn't going to stop. You're going to see death and destruction. You're sitting there waiting for it right now. You know it's coming. You're just hoping that it's a conspiracy or hype. So I needed to show you how to set the time.
Yes, sir.
Right? Should you ever make a mistake, and you can adjust the time at these points. From this point, you will know. I know some people, they don't like, man, just give it to me when it's set, when it's perfect. Every 7 years, you will have to do this. Okay?
Right.
You will set the moon according to the first month in the beginning, or should you miss it, be it cloudy or stormy, or should you miss it, you will set it in the 12th month.
Right.
And if you set it in the first month, you have to check it.
Yes.
In the 12th month. There's a verification. So the first year, have a double check.
Right.
This is how you set the time. So you'll never lose it again. We'll never be lost to the time again. Okay? Woo! I'm glad we had this experience.
Yes.
I'm glad you all know. Some people are like, but what about the Shabbats before? And what about this? And what about the feast days? You've been doing the feast days wrong. You've been not keeping the Shabbats. And for all that you might want to complain about how I'm doing what I'm doing, just remember, you're not doing it.
That's true.
You're not doing the calculations. You're not considering your ways. It takes 364 days a year to keep the study. To be able to process the law, to live in the custom and traditions, it takes 364 days a year for 7 years.
And you know what I recognize is that a lot of our people are caught up with keeping the Sabbath and keeping the feast days for them to believe they are the people. Instead of understanding, yes, you are the people, but you got to come back to the land. That's the practicality. I tell you, ever since we had that discussion about subduing the evil inclinations and understanding about the delusion, which is our idol that we live with hope and believe that cause nothing but failure. I can't let that go. I was up 3 some this morning pondering on that and recognizing some evil inclinations still hidden there.
You're gonna come to them from time to time.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get rid of them all today.
No.
That's why it takes every day.
Every day, so many, you're still operating under a belief, under a hope, instead of laying it down and come and really live it, a reality, not just an imagination. So it's as though you're operating in an imagination that you are the people when it's not an imagination, and then you're constantly needing proof. So you need this celebrity to say that you're the people. You need this document to say that you're the people. You need this because you're still operating under a belief system, under a hope that this is true. When you come here and you begin the study and to learn, it becomes reality. Why? Because you got location now, land, you got law, and you got custom. So it's no longer a hope. It's no longer just a belief. It is actual facts. It cannot be denied. It is what it is. And you walk it out day by day. But the key is you have to be willing to submit yourself into the reality. And that's what people don't want to do. They don't want to submit to the reality. They don't want to acknowledge I was wrong. And that's what I appreciate, what you have done and what you have shared, because you were able to admit, you know what? When I left the location, I end up being wrong. But you know what? Now that I'm back here in the location, I'm able to reset, to readjust, and now we're on the path. If anybody is watching this, they will see that the Most High is telling us, if you want a reset in your life, you got to leave where you from and come where you're at to come back to the location of where you're from. That's the only way you're going to be redeemed. That's the only way you're going to be reset. That's the only way you're going to be able to do the things that He has instructed us to do, is to come back to our location.
Yeah. Yeah, what she said. What she said. I don't have to piggyback on that. She mentioned the Shabbat. If you really want to keep the Shabbat, the first thing you have to do is buy back the land here and begin growing food. Right? Because it is the work of the growing the food that you're taking a rest from.
That's it.
It's the work of tending to the sheep and the cattle that you're taking a rest from. The Most High is not going to heal your bodies until you take control of your food. That's plain and simple.
Plain and simple.
Okay? So if you don't come back and buy back your land, okay, you're not going to do it. You're not going to come here and buy back land by yourself. That's not going to work. Doesn't work. You have to come through us. We are the only proper reorganized people in the land, in all the world. There's none other. You can be part of any other organization, any other group of people, any camp or anything. This isn't that.
No, it's not.
But you won't listen. It says you won't
Won't, it
listen,
sure does.
so you won't listen.
Yeah.
And don't listen, because I want you to get these plagues. What? I've recognized that the only way for us to get out of this situation is for you to go through the worst thing you have ever seen. Something so horrible, the likes of it will never be done ever again in the history of the world.
Yes.
You thought the flood was bad. You thought the plagues of Egypt was bad. This right here that you about to go through and we're about to see is going to be so far worse. And we're going to go through it. Right? And I'll collect those who survive.
Right.
I'm here to collect survivors. Right? If you notice, I'm not pitching buying the land. This is not a sales pitch. I'm not telling you what you're going to get. Right? Because the instructions say don't do that. The instructions say it's more about the observation of the instructions and following through and receiving as we go.
Yes.
And less about the reward. There is a guaranteed reward. It's not even a mystery. I mean, it's actually better than going to the dealership and buying a new car.
Yes.
It's better than buying your houses in your other nations. This is better. But you will not accept it until your sons die. You'll not accept it until your husbands die. Your fathers die. You won't accept it till then. You won't accept it till you see your sisters die. So you're going to get that. Okay? We're going to go through the process as written. Since you know so much about it, we're going to go through it. I'm going to go through it with my instructions. You go through it with yours. When yours fail and you are crying and you will look up to remember me, you will find me then. Some of you. Right? Some. And hopefully you can make it at that time because there'll be no way for me to come get you. Right now, the skies are clear. You can fly freely. You have your money in your pocket. You can give freely. But you won't. Now, those who have given, I know them because they are considering very deeply the words that I speak. Those who have given are considering very deeply the changes they are seeing in the world and why they are seeing it at this time. They are. People who have watched me for the last 6, 7 years know.
They're starting to reach out to you.
Oh yeah, they call, my phone ring. She'll tell you I don't call nobody.
No, they contact you.
They reach out because they know. They know what this is going to be here. This is the next thing that's coming. It'll be this year, next year. You'll see it. Now they're seeing the things that I said would come.
Yeah.
And I have been able to reset the time to know so I can say with accuracy, this is what you'll see in this time. Right?
Right.
From now until September, they're going to be setting up and things are going to continue to intensify. But by the time September rolls around, it's going to be full on destruction this year, September. Full on. You're going to see it. Now, you don't believe me? Well, all right. You're going to see destruction come, and it's going to roll around and roll. It's going to keep rolling, right? Because you had the opportunity to do the right thing and you refused.
And the thing is, it's because they won't do what's right.
That's what
They
they
think
do.
it's because of what the enemy is doing. No, it's because what you ain't doing.
Exactly.
Why it's going to keep rolling and rolling and rolling.
Right. And we're talking to you, Jerusalem, the children of
Yeah.
Israel.
Yeah.
Right? Jerusalem is a country, it's a nation, it's a kingdom. It's not just one city,
No.
it's a region. It has environs. You don't even know what an environ is. And the problem is, you don't have any definitions for what you're reading.
No.
Your book is stripped of the inlaid definitions. So you know how you read and it tells you this is this. It says a saying and it tells you what that saying means. So that when you say the saying in your mind, you understand what this stands for.
Yeah.
You need all the definitions. Every legal person has a book with definitions, terms, and case studies. This is what our manuscripts have, but you don't read it like that.
Wow.
You don't see it that way. That's why he sent an engineer. We'll be back. All right. So let's get back to engineering.
No, they want a carpenter.
They want
for their wood idol. They want a carpenter.
Carpenter. That's
They don't
what-
want the engineer that understands the systems.
We want a carpenter for the items of wood.
Wood, yeah, yeah. They want the carpenter. Yeah.
Or you want a mason for the idol of stone.
Yeah.
No, that's not what he sent. He sent you an engineer.
Yes.
What? This is a system.
Yes.
I am going to cut down Babylon with a new system. What? Yes, Zerubbabel. He who cut down Babel.
Yes.
What? He installed a new system.
Yes.
I'm inputting the new software now. We're going to purge the virus.
Yes.
You functioning with it.
Yes.
You like it. You like parts of it. You like this part, but you don't like that part. But don't worry. All of it's going to go. Hang on to the part that you like so you can go out with it.
You know what? It's not funny, but it is a bit funny. Everything that is occurring and happening is because of us. It says it way back there in Exodus 10. When you commit murder, when you commit adultery, when you a thief, when you bearing false witness, when you cover all these calamities will affect and happen to the world. So you are the reason everything is happening to this world. That's something to really, really think about. But see, they don't know about that because that was kept out of their books, you know.
Sure was.
Yeah, so they're not aware that it's your fault. It was my fault too. Don't get me wrong. I was once there. But you know what? I become obedient and I'm taking this walk one day at a time. And I'm seeing the blessings now. Before, I was just seeing curses. I'm seeing blessings now. And I only can account for myself. I can't account for my children. I can't account for my daddy, my brother. No. I only can account for me. And that's another thing, you know, some people don't want. They want to try to evangelize.
Right. You try
the whole
to change
family.
everything around you. I'll show you how this works. The key is me. You have to say that. The key is me. I have to change. So if I need to become a part of a new system that the Most High wrote, then I am the key to help turn the system. So I am a key. I, as a key, do what is assigned to me and receive the instructions that are appointed to me. And then each one in the line, in order, becomes a key. Listen, read this. Here's the instruction. Here's the system. And you become a key and you'll turn the lock a little more.
Yes.
And then the next one come and they do their part, appointed to them, and they turn the key. That's what's happening.
Yes.
The ones that's plugging in,
Yep.
that follow the instructions, the ones that understand collecting their money, because it's income tax time. They're getting ready to give, and they're coming in. The key gonna turn. You're going to see. That key will turn, and those people are giving, and we're going to get, and they're going to come out, and we're going to have sustainability. You're not, right? You're not. Okay? Why? You don't have an instruction. You trying to figure out what somebody else is doing. And
Yep.
seeing how you could slide in and get rich.
Yep.
You get the land, you rich. Everything that the land does for you or provides to you is yours. You don't need nothing and nobody else.
You know, I had someone that was addressing me, Queen this and Queen that, and I just had to come out and tell them, look, you don't have to go there with me. And I had to think about, okay, why did I take such a stance of that nature about that term queen? You know why I'm not a queen yet? Because, first of all, my husband, who will be the king, is not here with the land, his land.
His land.
So until he comes and my 6 other sisters, I can't be nobody's queen.
You're right. You're right.
Because he needs his land.
Right. Here's the thing, and the funny part is, every king has a dominion, land that he owns, that he rule over. The lands are given out by lot. So every man who receiveth a lot will be a king. One law and one order.
Yes.
One judgment. One set of statutes that we all follow. So the one appointed the head of the kings is the one that was appointed.
Yes.
However, even if I just get my family lot,
That's
I'm
right.
still a king.
Right. So I ain't nobody queen. I'm not a queen.
Right, because none of them got no land.
Ain't got no land. So till you come and get some land.
Now listen, when we said get the land, right? There's a lot of land to get.
Yes,
So
it
you're
is.
talking about, okay, there's farmland and there's retail land. You have to be part of the whole economy.
Right. And participating in this, you will own land.
Your own land, and you'll be having your own economy. It's the economic system. So you trying to reinvent the wheel. No, I'm not reinventing the wheel. No. I'm reversing it. It's been rolling the wrong way.
Yes.
Chapter 13.
Yes.
Deuteronomy. Whatsoever I command you, that shall you observe to do. You shall not add or diminish from it. So that means that whatever law that the Most High gave is so highly detailed, like this one, that you cannot add or diminish. You must gain the instructions and the definitions from within the text. Right? The law, it must define out itself. It must provide its definitions.
Right. There's no interpretation.
None. When there may arise you a false prophet, okay, let's just call him a prophet,
Yes.
okay? So when there arise among you a prophet, or a dreamer of a profane dream, okay, let's just say somebody's having the dreams and revelations,
Yes.
and he give you a sign or a miracle. Okay, so this prophet said, here's a sign, and this dreamer said, here's a dream. Okay? We're not assigning them false prophet or profane dreamers just yet.
Right.
Okay? We just want to see,
Right.
because right now, this is a prophet. His prophecy came true. So we can't call him false
Right.
yet.
This is being able to set judgment.
This is so you can set a judgment. And the sign or the miracle come to pass, yet he spake with you, saying, let us go after the gods of the peoples. So, if the dreamer or the prophet has the same worship as the other nations, the same belief system, the same religious system. So if you have the New Testament as a part of Christianity, Russia is Orthodox Christian. All of Europe is Orthodox Christianity. If you have the same religion as the nations, all of them, then he's a false prophet and a dreamer of a profane dream. But this is talking to my people. So this is the law. So how can you tell the false prophet from the true prophet? The true prophet says the law states this, and he goes and does it.
Keep and do.
Here,
keep and do.
and with keeping, he keep it and does it. It doesn't matter the time it takes. The Most High provide for him. We can't afford to go out there and figure this stuff out. You know what I'm saying? It take years. All right, I'll go. What? Most High can call you. You obviously don't have the provision. I'll go. Now I've done the walk, and I'm coming to tell you there is the law, there is the only law, and this law is for you a redeeming Allah, a redeeming God. This law alone. It is highly detailed, it explains itself, it defines itself. So if you are worshiping out there with the peoples and not in here with us to build this, you are with the false prophets. But let's see. So let us go after the gods of the peoples whom you have not known and worship them. See that? So I don't know the stone of Mecca and what goes on there. It's not what I'm commanded to do. While I am Muslim in customs and traditions coming from Abraham, I do not know this stone. It was not appointed to me. So I don't know that. While these Jewish people claim to be the people, I don't know them or what they believe or what they're even talking about. Their worship is strange. It is the worship of Molech, always with fire. And this other one, which come up out of Rome. I don't know it. It was birthed from Laban, who taught it in Egypt, and then from Egypt it went to Rome. I don't know it. It is foreign to me. So the three major world religions, which they say come from Abraham, they are religions, and none of them is what Abraham
That's right.
himself observed. None of them. Abraham kept a law and customs and traditions, and Abraham was perfect.
Yes, sir.
So you see, this separate. Now we have to get specific. You shall not hearken to the words of that lying prophet, or him who have dreamed that dream. For Yah, your Allah, thereby test you. So don't listen to the false prophet and the dreamer, because the Most High says, I'm going to test you.
Yep.
What? Test me with what? To know whether you will love Yah, your Allah, with all your heart and with all your soul. Wait a minute. So if I listen to them, if I just listen to them, then I'm turning away from the love of the Most High? Yes.
Yep. Sure is.
Don't listen to them. Okay, so if I'm not listening to the false prophet, what am I supposed to be doing? Verse number 5. You shall walk after the service of Yah, your Allah, and him you shall fear, and keep his commandments. Hearken to his word, and pray before him, and cleave unto his fear. So, the dreamer of dreams and the false prophets, they're all over the place, and it can be anybody at any time in any form. What are they marked by? They're marked by a sign that they have the religious beliefs that the other nations have. Meanwhile, the true prophet follows the instruction, come to the mountains of Ammon, buy the land, farm it.
Yes.
Pray to me for rain. Pray for me for what you need, and I will hear you.
Yes. Build the sanctuary.
Rebuild the sanctuary. Gather back the people.
Yes.
This is the work.
Yes, it is.
This is service.
This is service.
There's no religion here.
Right.
You be like, what? Make an economy. Make stores and shops. Amongst yourselves, do not charge more than a cost.
That's right. No usury.
So now you get that brother price. And then there's regular price. So there's a discount.
Yep.
Set yourselves apart and from among the other nations, and come into my service, and bring me the work of your hands, your fruit, the vegetables, your cattle, the cows, the sheep, the donkeys, the goats, the camels, and the horses.
These are all the works of your hands.
These are the works of your hands. So when he said Jacob is of a former thing, he literally means we are agricultural people to live the lifestyle, the custom, and the traditions of Abraham the way Abraham did. Abraham didn't build the city. Abraham built the city. It's right over here. The city of Nablus, which these Jewish people are bombing.
Yep, that's his city.
That's Abraham's city. Abraham built it.
Yes.
Well, how come we can't get Nablus back? You not here. You not here. Don't ask me why we can't get back something you not here. You won't even take the farm, and you want to take a city.
Wow.
The farm, we got farms here. I looked at a farm the other day, 12 acres, $100,000. Okay? $100,000 down, and then you can make the rest in payments, right? The whole cost of the farm was like 200,000, 250,000, right? Beautiful, multi-floor palace mansion and olive grove, everything. This thing was already producing, right? Producing what? At least a ton of oil. At least 1 ton, 2,000 pounds of oil. You don't want it. You won't give for it. You won't. Don't worry. The ones who will, they with me. Don't. I'm not talking about you. Okay. So if you with me already, we spoke. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking for the ones in the back.
Well, it said that you won't listen.
So now the ones who walk in the service,
Yes.
right? Who see the instructions and come out and do the work. They don't come out here talking about the Mashiach. That's not what they're here to do. They understand once the instruction of the law is given, we must buy the land. They buy the land. We must come into the community and establish our law amongst ourselves. They do that because they know that the Mashiach is the one who have the understanding and tells them what to do step by step. That's what they know. Not this flying on clouds, coming in spaceships. Not this waving sticks and walking through rivers. Not this.
Upholding the buildings.
Not this. It's about reestablishing a nation of people again, to give them a place to come back to in the land so that we can rebuild our own. Not this. Not to come somewhere and you move in and you become affiliated with the local government. No. Okay, well, let's see what the Most High has to say. He said, pray before him and cleave to his fear, meaning cleave to the instructions that's written and do it. If it says, don't revile your neighbor, I'm not reviling you. That's to not speak disrespectfully to you, to tell you off or cuss you out or read you your rights or give you the receipts or none of that. That's not what we're here for.
Yes.
And that prophet of lies or that dreamer of dreams shall be slain with the sword. So here's another sign. Okay? This for you spooky pookies out there. You know the prophet of lies and the dreamers of the profane dreams. They are with you in the countries about to get blown up. No. This is what it says. It says they'll be slain by the sword. So that means the war is coming to those places. Why? You are out there worshiping with those people. You have the same belief system, the same religion as those people, so you're with them. Now, while you're with them in this war that's coming, you're going to die with them. So this is a beautiful thing. You see this right here?
Yes,
it tells you exactly who the false ones are. Because you're not with us. We're not with them.
Nope, and we ain't trying to get no asylum and none of that stuff. But that's not what the instructions said.
It's not what the instructions said to do.
No.
We're not with them. They're not with us. I know many of them. Not all. I know many. But I don't know all of them. But I know many of them. And all of them are sitting on targets. And you out there with them.
Sure is.
Charleston White said. Kevin Gates said. Nate Daniel from IUIC said. ISUPK said, I don't care who said. The pastor said, the bishop, the archbishop, so and so. It don't matter because all of them are sitting on the target.
Yep.
You're sitting on the place where you know the war is coming.
And they're working with them.
So stay there because you
Yep.
listen to them anyway, violating the first instruction.
Yep.
So now here comes the test. Whoever is on the side of the Most High to serve his law will be with me.
Yes.
And whoever wants to be against what I'm saying, believing that I'm false, stay with them.
Yep. That's right.
There's the line.
Sure is.
You ain't with me, you with them. And that's fine. Okay? Because we're going to test Pit Gamma.
Take Gamma.
What? Will the whole world be against you? My word will be a shield. So let's see who get the protection.
Yes.
So let's see. Okay? He shall be slain by the sword.
Yes.
Because he had spoken perversity against Yah, your Allah, who brought you out from the land of the Mitzrayim and from the house of affliction of slaves. So again, it's for 2 times.
Yes, it is.
It's for 2 times. We'll be right back. So again, this prophecy is said at 2 times. You want to know the funny part about this? So when Moses came out, the false prophet of lies was Laban and his sons. They were the magicians. But it also was Korah, Dathan, and Abiram. So 2 times he had to face 3 people.
Yes, he did.
And one time there's 3 people, Pharaoh and his armies. Another time there's 3 people in his group, in his camp. Korah, Dathan, and Abiram, Laban and his sons.
Yes.
And both times they died.
Sure did.
I'm here because you're getting ready to see one of the greatest showdowns of all times. You and your peoples versus the Memra. Let's see who win this time. Maybe you outnumber and are stronger than the power of the word of the Most High. Maybe you are now. You see? Maybe you are. We'll be. Hold on 1 second. All right. So maybe you are greater now. So let's see. You and the Tower of Babel. Your stench come up to high heaven. You refuse to listen. You refuse to obey. And you say, well, we don't know the truth. We don't know. You could be scamming. It's this. All right. We're going to test it. Your wickedness versus my words. We're going to test it. Okay? So since he brought you out, and he's saying brought you out, so you have to understand. I got some with me. And there's some that's going to come later because they didn't hear it. But I know I have people that have heard this throughout the 4 corners of the earth, and it makes that whole nation guilty. So he brought you out redeemed from the house of affliction of slaves to make you go astray from the path which Yah, your Allah, hath commanded you to walk in. So shall you bring down the evildoers among you.
Among you.
So now I want you to understand this. This is how this stands. The sword is coming to those who are far. After you see the destruction and you come, some of you will try to slide in and slip in and be among us. I want you to know this is what's going to happen to those who try to slide in with these strange beliefs. When thy brother, the son of thy mother, when even the son of thy father, or thine own son, or thy daughter, or thy wife who reposeth with thee, or thy friend who is beloved as thy soul, shall give thee counsel to make thee go astray, speaking out and saying, let us go and worship the gods of the Gentiles, which thou nor thy fathers have known, or the idols of the 70 nations, or the 7 nations who are near round about you, or the rest of the nations who are far away from you, from one end of the earth to the other. Step one, you shall not consent to them. No. So you start off, no. No. Step one. Step two, nor hearken to him. Step two. So step one, you told him, nah, we don't do that. No, that's not how that works here. This is our, I'm telling you. So it's strike one, you heard a no. Strike two, we're not listening to you. We don't listen to none of that bullshit. Don't bring that bullshit up around here. Two. Step three, neither shall your eyes spare him or have compassion. Amen. This brother,
Ain't none that.
he's still holding on to this New Testament and this Mashiach business.
Won't let go of them strange women.
So we don't have no pity on you.
Nope.
So now, if I know about it, you can't come in with it. There's no pity. There's no mercy. I don't care. If you won't obey this law, you want to operate in the customs of this other countries and other things, you don't even want to learn the Abrahamic customs, you can't get in. So there's no pity. Nor shall you hide him in secret. So we're not saving you because you're our brother and sister. Why? You chose to live under the false teachings, and it consistently leads you to your destruction. We're going to let you be destroyed. And you shall, but killing, verse 10, but killing you shall kill him. Your hand shall be the first upon him to slay him, and afterwards the hand of all the peoples. So first of all, I'm telling you, we kill you for them false beliefs.
Yeah, because that's the law.
Wait. Y'all can do, yes, we can do that here.
Yeah.
Because we own our land.
Sure
This
can.
is our government. So you will comply. This is our kingdom. You will comply to this law exactly. You will conform or you will die. So there, you can't come in with it. You can't hide it. There won't be any hiding in secret. There's no pity and no compassion. I have to get rid of you because you again trying to tear down the nation. And you shall stone him that he die, because he sought to draw them, whoever he's talking to, he sought to draw them away from the fear of Yah, thy Allah, who brought you out free from the land of Mitzrayim, from the house of affliction of slaves. So this is how we keep ourselves from the nation failing. What? We keep you from spy proof, agent proof. Why? You're going to keep this law, you're going to keep these customs, you're going to keep the traditions, you're going to follow every law, every path, everything that's said. Because when we see you bringing up and doing the things of the nations, you start seeing rocks.
Yeah.
What? We bring you out, we bring out the evidence, and we stone you. You die right here. Everybody kill you like the law states. So don't come with it. Don't come with Christianity. Don't come with Islam. Don't come with, we have a law. Definitely don't come with Judaism. Definitely don't come with none of that.
A ball of pure.
Don't come with the Baal Peor. Because here's the thing. So you discussed this yesterday. It's not what you imagine. We're going to tell you exactly what it is.
That's right.
I thought, no, you imagined.
Yes. That's
We're going to
exactly what
subdue
it
the
is.
imaginations and we're going to show you the reality. I'm going to show you the reality. This is why I lived out here for 7 years, so that I could know what the reality was and know the right way and know the process, that I may teach you to walk in it. Not for you to come out and say, I read. No, that's not the case. And all Israel will hear and be afraid, and nevermore do according to that evil thing among you. So, to put the evil out, just telling you. I'm telling you, we're going to do it.
Yep.
I'm telling you. I know you're going to come here and try it. I'm telling you, we're going to do it.
Wow.
When in one of your cities, which Yah your Allah will give you to dwell in, you hear it said that certain men of pride are drawing back from the doctrine of Yah your Allah, or that even the sages of your rabbins have gone forth and led away the inhabitants of their city, saying, let us go and worship the idols, the gods of the nations which you have not known. Meaning, let us go and use the systems and practices of the nations which our forefathers have not known. Then you search out and examine with witnesses and make good inquiry. And behold, if the thing be true and certain that this abomination has really been done among you, you shall smite the inhabitants of the city with the edge of the sword to utterly destroy it. And whatever is therein, even its cattle, with the edge of the sword. So again, so you can come here and build up a city, and after you get it, think, well, I'm gonna still do this because this was my thing. And you want to go back and do it the Egyptian, American, Western civilization way? Promise you.
And that's an abomination.
We're going to take an army and wipe the whole city out. Everybody. You, the wives, the children, everything. You ain't going to never be safe from the judgment of this law. Never. Never. After this, we did 400. We did 400 and suffered too many atrocities to even attempt to go back to this Babylonian system. Any trace or inkling of it. So we're going to get a reset right now. Right? We're going to get a reset. And after this reset, it will be upheld to this letter. You shall gather all its spoil into the midst of the street and burn the city with fire. Burn the whole city down. Together with the whole spoil before Yah your Allah. And it shall be a desolate heap forever, never to be built again. So don't think just because you got a lot is good. Because I guarantee you it's going to be one city. Want to know how I know it's going to be one city? Because it was never done before. That means it's a sign.
God, that is
It's
gonna
a
be.
sign for me and my generation. So I know one of you going to come out here and build and do this and get your own city. And I'm going to burn it to the ground. I know it. I'm telling you, I know what's going to happen.
Yep.
You're going to violate this law. You're going to come up with your own idea and you're going to get it. That Yah may be turned from the fierceness of his anger and may show his mercy upon you and love you. So I want the love of the Most High for me and multiply you. I want to be multiplied.
Yes.
As he has sworn to your fathers. So be ye obedient. Be obedient to the word, the instruction of Yah, your Allah, to keep all his decrees, commandments, which I command you
This day.
today. This day, today. That you may do what is right before Yah, your Allah.
So you got to do what's right. Not mama, not daddy, nobody else.
So
but
today, you have been confronted
Yes.
with the choice of who you're going to listen to.
Woo.
You can listen to the scientists. You can listen to the historians. You can listen to the government. You can listen to the news. You can listen to the conspiracy theorists. You can listen to the leaders of camps and organizations and prominent and famous people, or you're going to listen to me.
The engineer.
You can listen to me. Nobody else is reading this law to you and explaining it like this. And I'm reading it verse by verse to show you that it defines itself, it explains itself very thoroughly, very clearly, and it tells you exactly what to do. And I'm telling you when to do it. Not now, right now.
Yeah.
Start giving your money. Before you have to move, start giving your money. Right? And so I want to share with you, even in my coming here, I had to send the money to pay for this. All right? Beautiful place where I live now. I had to send the money to pay for this before I got here. I sent the money. My sister was already here. I had to send the money to my sister so she could take care of what we needed to take care of in my coming in.
Yes.
Okay?
Sure did.
Same thing. When you're going on vacation, you have to send your money to pay for your hotel, for your stay. Right? This is that on steroids.
Yes.
Because we're not buying or renting an apartment.
Right.
That is foolish. We're buying a town, the whole town. We're buying the whole town. The whole community we are purchasing.
That's right.
Is it understood? You understand me?
I understand.
We're buying the whole town, the whole community. And this is our town, this is our community, this is our farms, this is our field, and everything will be assigned. Are we going to buy the whole town at once? Close. Not exactly.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
No, close.
Close.
Close. You say, what do you mean close? What I mean is, I'm not a fool to buy the whole town and the town is desolate and you cannot function or work in it.
Right. Yeah, that'd be foolish.
That's foolish. But I can, as I see the list, because I have a list, as I see the list grow, I can make projections on how much work and how much space to occupy. So can I buy a town at once? Yeah. We got 10,000 people coming in September. Okay. My town, I know to buy the town, we have 10,000. We will occupy the whole town, right? You got 20,000. Buy another town. Get the neighboring town.
Right.
Join them together. Now make this one region. Buy the land in between.
Yes.
Own everything. Own everything.
They can't see how practical
I know.
that is.
I know.
They're living in
I know.
imagination.
I know. I know.
It's so practical.
So we're going to buy the whole town, and then we're just going to install our people in the town and teach them the functions within the town and give them the township functions. Everybody have their job and helping each other, and we're working together cohesively as a community, living off of the fruit of the land. Yeah, don't worry. If you don't believe it, those who come will see it, and the rest of you will die. So it don't matter. I don't care. I have no pity. Oh, we dying out here. Ah, we need to come in. I don't know what you're talking about. You got to make it on your own.
That's right.
You get to the door, there's a shakedown. We have to go through and eliminate idolatrous things. I'm telling you up front so that this way you can't say it wasn't known. There's a shakedown. We have to go through, make sure nobody has idolatrous things. Right? So even me, my sister, my wife, myself, my brothers, when we go in, everybody's going to open up everything and say, see, there's no idol found among us. Check, look. Look.
Yep.
Now, as the Most High increase, everybody has to go through the same process. This way, there's no respect of persons. It happened from the king down.
That's right.
King down. Everybody. No idols, no images, nothing. Okay, look, see? Same thing. Now, I hope you all understood very clearly. You and all the other false prophets and false dreamers of dream, all of you, all over the internet, social media, and everything, all of you. You know you are false if you are sitting on the target. Because we just read in chapter 12, you're supposed to come and possess the land and the mountains of Ammon in Jordan. You just read it.
You sure have.
In 12, it tells you the location. Now you know what to do and where's the location. Hi, nice to meet you. It's time for us to get to work. We have a service to perform. We got farms to farm, cisterns to dig. We have work to do. If you're not going to join in the work, we understand. Enjoy your idols on the way to hell.
And you know, a lot of the reasoning of why they won't accept it being Jordan is because it ain't what they want.
I understand. Listen,
That's
they want hell. They think hell is a party. You're getting ready to get it. There will be hell on earth. And then when you die, there will be judgment and hell after earth. You going to hell. Nobody, none of you are going to heaven. You're going to hell. It needs a lot of gas and fuel because it burned on something.
That's right.
So it's time to stock up and reap the harvest for the fires of hell. Enjoy. You're going. I'm not going. I'm not going with you.
No.
I'm going to sit between the sacrifices of Abraham and do what Abraham did.
Yes.
Oh, and for those of you wondering when you say, there were angels that appeared unto Abraham. Yeah, I know those angels. I know them very well. There was Israfil. You know him as Michael. There was Jabril. And there was Zanaguil. You say, how do you know these angels? It's easy. Jibril, which is the angel appointed to Ishmael and to those prophets. Zanaguil, this the angel who was appointed to Moses and the children of Israel and they're coming out of Egypt. And Israfil, the angel appointed to
Israel,
Israel,
who were named after.
who we are named after. 3. So you don't have to worry about knowing who, what, when, where, why. It tell you. We'll get to the conversation between Israfil, who you call Michael, and Jibril, because they work together. Even though Ishmael have an idol of stone with silver wrapped around it, that's appointed to them. It's appointed. Nothing here happened not appointed. It's appointed. So that's appointed to them. And now we don't have nothing except for an instruction manual. That's appointed to us. So we're going to keep it. All right? This is what we are going to do. I'm going to keep the law. If you're with me, we're going to keep the law. And we're going to let everybody else suffer. And we're not going to have any pity.
That's right.
I'm not saying we're not going to mourn or feel bad. Nobody asked us how we feel. But we're going to say you deserve it. You, your children, and everybody else with you. Why? Because you had the opportunity to do that which was lawful and right, and you refused.
Yeah.
One step at a time, one day at a time. That's it.
One.